kickboard, have access to that at your pool. Number 5, paddles. So I have 2 versions here. There's all different sizing for paddles. You'd want to research what size you need. You definitely don't want to go too big. Going too small isn't going to do you any good either. These are regular hand paddles. Do not become reliant on them. Make sure you are using them not necessarily to build strength, but to use them to correct your form. Okay, so you're working on getting that feel of the water, catching it on your forearm as you go. These are, again, another handmade version paddles. These I actually like for a different reason. These are forearm paddles. This is where your forearm is what you swim from. Okay, that's the part that should be grabbing the water. So a paddle like this helps you get that feel a little bit more onto your forearm that you're able to go through and again get that proper technique. So great tool to have. I would use paddles probably, I would say in every single workout I would do, just again to help with that feel a little bit. Next one, zoomers or fins, okay? These are a little bit more expensive to buy an actual zoomer. What you can do is buy a cheap pair of fins from Myers, like what kids would play with in the pool, cut them off, okay? You get the same thing for probably $5 as opposed to, what do these usually sell for? Like 40, 50? Yeah, so definitely these are great. I love these. If you wanted a cheaper option, there is another option. What I really like with these, they'll first of all help you with the kick. It's helping you get your toe pointed, like what you need. So it helps guide you into that. But then also, it will help you with your stroke rate, because if you're kicking faster, those are gonna propel you. Even that little short fin, that's gonna propel you. So having that faster momentum, you're gonna have a higher stroke rate. And it's gonna teach you to get higher up in the water, which again, you also need to be. So those help with that. What I really used these for at first was to help teach me how to do the butterfly. And it's like, why would you need to know how to do a butterfly? We're a triathlon, we swim freestyle. That's the other thing. If you, just like with kicking, how important that is, if you can learn how to swim the butterfly, your freestyle is gonna end up being so much better, okay? So these helped get that dolphin kick for me, but then build that strength to do the fly. That would be kind of, I guess, advice number 2 for all of you. Number 1 is learning your kick, but number 2, learn how to do the butterfly and start practicing that, because that is going, if you have a good butterfly, your freestyle is gonna skyrocket. That's gonna be a big difference for you, okay? Next one, ankle band. Oh, if we wanna talk about a cheap tool, and look at it, it's number 3, so we're getting important here. This is a bike tube that blew, and so cut it up, tied it into a little band. Well, what are you gonna do with this? You're gonna tie your ankles, okay? So this goes on your ankles, the very opposite of using a pull buoy, or a kickboard, I guess, for that matter. Ankles are tied up. How do you swim with your ankles tied? You use your core, okay? So it helps you, again, to really develop, again, these muscles here, finding your position in the water without relying on a kick. This is one of the cheapest things you can use, one of the best things. I mean, you can tie your ankles, whatever. I like using more of a stretchy material so you don't cut your circulation off, and just easy to get on and off. But swimming with your with your feet tied, I remember when I was working for the Y and teaching clients in there, and I had that on some clients. They're like, "You can't do that. That's a fire hazard. If we have a fire, they can't get out." I'm like, "Yeah, I think they can get out okay." But they're like, "You can't tie their ankles up in the water." And they've been through worse. So, but it's a great tool. Again, this here, this is my swim bag. All of this stuff, I would just always carry this all in one bag. So this took up the least space, so it was wonderful. All right, number 2, swim bands. All right, again, we're getting very near the top. If you were to purchase anything, mine are all twisted up, it would be this. So this here, swimming on dry land. If you can't have proper technique when you are swimming, or I shouldn't say swimming, on the dry land, you're not gonna have it in the water. If you can't have proper technique while you're standing up here and you're not having to worry about your breathing, you're not gonna have it in the water. So using these here to work on that, not just for your strength, but again, for proper technique, very wonderful thing to do. Number 1, this right here. This is a book of note cards, kind of. It's called Swim Speed Secrets, or Swim Speed Workouts. This is by Sheila Tormina. She is a 4-time Olympian in 3 different sports, only person in history to do that. Her first Olympics was in the swim, and what makes her so incredible is not only was she a great swimmer and triathlete, she did the Olympics as a triathlete as well, but she gets into the science of it. This right here breaks down, I have all my clients get this. Oh, I just cut off.
Is it because my time's done, Terrence? Really? You just shut me off?
Thank you. So this here has 16 times 3, quick math, that many workouts in here to do. Here's one of one. Anytime you get to the pool, please don't just go to a pool and say, oh, I'm gonna swim for a half mile or 20 minutes. Have a workout. These workouts are incredible because there's also cards in here that go into the technique, different drills. Amazing. This, you can get it right on VeloPress. Highly recommend that. Again, it's number 1. The last thing I want to say that I didn't even number it, this is a number higher than 1, or better than 1, lower than 1, I don't know. Get a coach. And I'm not saying that because I coach, I really don't coach much in pools anymore, but your number 1 tool would be having somebody look at you who knows what they're talking about. I'm not talking about a lifeguard, I'm talking about an actual coach who can help you in the water and give you the tips that you need. You're otherwise just going to be practicing the same bad habits over and over again. I think that's it. And then, yeah. Excellent.